Let's get down to business. Hey guys, welcome to Searching in Fearless Tarot. I'm in a weird mood today, so just don't mind me. Okay, so entering into this reading, I got more than a feeling. So what I'm feeling from that is this is talking about something that your soul is calling you to do. And when I say something that your soul is calling you to do, I mean something that you can't really describe or put into words. It's a feeling, it's an insatiable quench that you have inside of yourself that is directing you forward. You're not exactly sure where you're going, but you're kind of excited to get there and you have a good feeling about the ending. When I say that your soul is asking for something, this is something unlike anything I feel like a lot of you have felt before. I feel like when it comes to your physical needs or your monetary needs or anything like that, it's like you've known the way, or you've been instructed on the way, or you've looked at the routes of other people and seen how they've done things and you're comfortable in making decisions in that. But when I say it's your soul calling you to do something, it could be calling you to leave behind people that no longer serve you. It could be calling you to move to a different country. It could be calling you to start a new business, but it's something that you can't really predict and you can't understand the outcome of until you try, is what I'm feeling. So let's get into prayer. Father God, Holy Spirit, thank you for another day not promised. Thank you for all the love, guidance, and wisdom you share with us. We are nothing without it or you. If you could please guide my Capricorn, Sag, Libras. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libras. What do they need to know at this time? Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra. Okay. So the first card's out. I get the Hanged Man reversed, the Moon, and the Queen of Wands reversed. I feel like for a lot of you, this was your past. This was you searching for answers outside of yourself. This was you looking for answers within. The Moon is talking about the secrets that you've held inside yourself. I feel like for some of you, you could possibly be intuitive or hear spirit, clairaudient, anything like that. But for some of you, I feel like you've lived your lives or projected your lives the way that other people wanted you to project your life, the way that other people wanted you to live. With the Queen of Wands reversed, this is a restless energy. I'm not feeling anger here. If anything, there could be some suppressed anger because you're not expressing your truest self. Let's get some clarification. Spirit, please clarify the Hanged Man reverse. Please clarify the Hanged Man reverse. Okay. For some of you, you could have been in a waiting period because you didn't feel like you had enough talent to do what your soul is calling you to do. For some of you, the talent that you're being called to do is something that excites you, but also scares the shit out of you. I feel like for some of you, you could hold past life memories of being killed for sharing your gifts or sharing a message. Some of you, and that's why you have this very real fear of things that haven't happened yet or things that could happen if you express your truest self. I feel like for a lot of you, you've always been individuals. You've always been independent and hard to categorize or hard to put in a place, you know, because you're so unique in the way that you express yourself. But the thing is that that's all what I'm hearing in my head is tip of the iceberg, tip of the iceberg. It's like you're only showing the assets of yourself that you feel like wouldn't harm or hinder anyone else. It's almost like you know that your light is very bright. You know that you shine really bright, but you're scared to shine bright because of what it might attract or who it might attract. But the funny thing is, with the Moon being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune and the Page of Pentacles, this is your destiny. This is your destiny. If you're watching this, if you don't even subscribe to me and you're just randomly watching this video or it came up on your queue, which I feel like some of you are, this is your destiny. This is your confirmation. Dimming your light has shown you that it only leads to catastrophic endings. Like maybe for some of you, you've tried to be in very, what's the word I'm looking for? Societal, like you've tried to fit into the confines of what society has tried to give you. And time again, it's always ended in tragedy. It's always ended in you feeling like you made a mistake or you fucked it up. But the thing is that that's not meant for you. Having a typical 9-to-5, 2.5 kids with a white picket fence, that's not for you. Maybe a part of you wants something like that, but I don't feel that you're meant to be within the confines of just your home, or you're just meant to be a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad. There's something bigger to you, and your soul is calling you to express that, to find passion and peace within that, to be able to convert this Queen of Wands reversed energy into something beautiful, into what it was always meant to be. And I feel like a lot of the cataclysmic traumatic things that have happened to you in your life are going to help you help others along the way. And you're starting to figure that out and understand that a lot of the traumas, a lot of the turmoils that you go through can bring a lot of unexpected opportunities into your line of sight. Like, for example, maybe some of you left a relationship and you felt really alone. You felt like you didn't have any friends around, or maybe you neglected your friends for a long time. And meeting that new person, that one new person, could be the key to a manifestation you've been trying to bring about, like a new house or maybe a new group of friends or something along that nature. But it's like, it feels very whimsical the way that you're going about things. It feels very like I'm just going to trust it and I'm going to let go and I'm going to pray, is the way that I'm feeling. You've let your heart burst wide open. You've let your heart burst wide open. I'm going to clarify this Five of Swords. Okay. What I'm hearing for a lot of you is Both Sides Now by Joni Mitchell. And basically that's a song about knowing the darkness and the light and being able to embrace both. I've looked at love from both sides now, up and down, all around. Yeah, basically this song is talking about the seasons of life and how when you're in a situation where maybe you would have made fun of yourself if it happened to somebody else, and then finally you're put into the shoes. I can speak from my own experience. I mean, mine's a little rough, but I'll do it anyways. For example, I had a problem with alcohol and getting sober. And then once I got sober, I've dealt with alcoholics. I've dealt with people who are dating people or getting close to people that are addicts or have that issue. So it's like I've seen it from both sides, and I can have compassion for both sides deeply because I know both sides. I feel like a lot of you are starting to accept that there are polarities in the world and things aren't always fair, but sometimes it's not always what you want, it's what you need. And for this, I feel like you're getting to a point where all of that heartache is surpassing you. All of those endings are starting to make sense. And this Tower moment doesn't feel, I mean, these are terrible cards really, but I'm not getting a terrible feeling from them. With the Three of Swords, this talks about heartbreak. I mean, look at this. I don't know. I feel like for a lot of you too, it was like wrong person or right situation, right person, wrong time kind of thing. And you always felt like you were coming up against that. You felt like that was a recurring theme for you, is always right person, wrong time, or not understanding the experiences around you or why they came into your life. Because I feel like for a lot of you, deep in your heart, you're big softies, you're compassionate. You've seen a lot of things from both sides, and you understand the turmoil from whatever situation. It's easy for you to be empathetic towards other people. And I feel like that was all on purpose. A lot of traumatic childhoods can develop an empath. Sometimes it's not always about why when it happens. Sometimes we need to wait for the hindsight. And I feel like you're getting that now. Whether you're seeing it, whether you're seeing past situations that you've been through happen to other people and seeing them experience them, and being able to give them advice on weird things that they probably couldn't get advice from anybody else on. Maybe a lot of you haven't been feeling very successful in your truth, or maybe you feel very tired because of the weight you have to carry by expressing your truth. Maybe a lot of people haven't believed in you while you've been on this journey. With the 6 of Wands and the 8 of Wands reversed, it's slow going, slow moving. I would ask, if this does resonate for you, I would ask, where is your Saturn placed? Where is your Saturn placed? Is it in your first house, where this is talking about your own appearances and how you put yourself out into the world and the blockages that are coming to you in order to give you clear sight on what is going to be successful, what is going to work? But I feel like a lot of you have done this alone, and it's because you have a very special purpose. There's been a lot of fighting, a lot of rebellion. But in that, there's been a lot of compassion and passion. The same passion that you've been seeking in your life for years. Once you step into that truth fully, you will get the justice that you deserve. But if you have been going this route and you have been in your authentic truth, in your power, and you feel like you haven't been progressing forward, or it's coming, it's meant to happen. Maybe it won't happen in the most conventional way. Maybe it'll happen in something completely different. But think about the areas that you have tried and the things that you have been successful in. Focus on that. Even if it's something that doesn't make sense to focus on, or you're not completely sold on focusing on that one thing. Because if you're successful in it, that's the nudge you're getting. Especially if you're at a point where you're living your life by spirit or intuitively, which is basically what I'm doing. To explain it, it's like you don't really have a set path forward. You have ideas of what you want and what you need, and you're letting that manifest into your life. That's embracing the feminine side of yourself. I feel like the strength that it takes to surrender and let go is highly underrated. Because letting go, having strength and letting go are some of the strongest people that can surrender, are some of the strongest individuals I've ever met in my life, because they understand that there is something bigger to us. There is something bigger than us. Okay, Spirit wants me to do one more set of cards. Boom, 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 baby. Okay. Judgment. You're going through a period where you are really having to look through the fine details and understand the choices that you're making. With judgment, that also can take a sacrifice. So maybe there are many pivotal people along the way that have been lost, or that you had to leave behind, or that you had to create boundaries against. But it was also that you could create this legacy that you're destined for. The 10 of Pentacles. This isn't just about family. This is talking about generational wealth. This is talking about leaving money for your children's children. And Knight of Swords, it's like you have the right idea and you have the truth within you, and you can feel that. You can feel that truth within you. It's tangible. Let's get clarification on the 10 of Pentacles. You are in the right place, I promise you. Because for a lot of you, there's this song that I've been kind of obsessed with by The Neighborhood called How. I've been obsessed with it for years, but for some reason I've been listening to it on repeat again. And in the song he says, today is but a rumor that we'll laugh at in a year or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. When he talks about that, it's like, I feel like he's expressing that the day-to-day tragedies that we fall into or the mistakes that we make aren't going to be as detrimental to us in 2 years, 3 years, 4, 5 years from now. We need to look at the bigger picture and zoom out if we're feeling unsuccessful, if you're not feeling like you're connecting. They're asking you to try new adventures. If you have been successful in something and you're kind of like, I don't know if that's necessarily something I want to focus on, try to find a different perspective, because there's something in that you need to learn. There's something in that experience that needs to be learned. It doesn't matter how small or big it seems. This is something that's unseen to our eyes, unseen to the physical. This is something that's growing within, and it will happen exactly as it's meant to happen. I feel like for a lot of you, whatever destiny, whatever purpose that you're trying to get to, this is something that's been in the cards from birth, since you were born, and it's just being activated now. So don't be scared by the growth, because it's only going to bring about exactly what is meant for you. Okay, let's do guidance cards, and then I'm outie. Father God, Holy Spirit, can we please get guidance cards for Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra, Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra. Capricorn, Sagittarius, Libra. Okay. Capricorn, building blocks in the bitch slap position. When I say bitch slap, I don't mean it to be offensive or anything like that. I'm just joking, but basically when it's in the reversed, think of this message having an exclamation point behind it. I don't know what's going on with my necklaces. Okay. Now is the time to address the cracks in the foundations of your life. Perhaps your values have changed, and it is time to strengthen your convictions and let go of the things that no longer serve the vision you have for your life. Or perhaps you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are being called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. You will be so happy when you do. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. Don't be afraid to replace what's not solid. Okay, Sag, blessed in the reverse. Humility is a gift, is called for now. Humility is called for now, as grace is an unearned gift. You didn't gain this by your own desires or actions. To be who you need to be, you can no longer do what you did. In a way, you have to hit rock bottom, and what is required now is nothing less than total surrender. Then you will be blessed. Okay, and a leg up. 34. Are you, Libra, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Do you have little faith that help will come? Convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded, as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. Alrighty, my loves. I feel like for a lot of you Libras, a leg up is talking about being honest about where you're at in your situation, being truthful, and really seeing if somebody helps you. Can you take the help? Ask yourself, can you surrender and let go and let that help come to you? It doesn't all have to be on your own, my friend. Anyways, love you guys. Until next time. Bye.